Hi, I'm Jan Rezab, and this is Social Media Minute. We have a slightly new format in trying to review companies' data and analytics and understanding their social media presence. First, we have Desigual to look at. It's a famous fashion brand, and we wanted to look into some of their data. So let's get to it. So when I look here at their performance, I put in all of their Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube into the data. I'm looking at 1 year worth of data, and I see kind of some of the more high-level metrics, right? Remember, this is all public, so we can sort of understand how this aggregates over time. We have here the Facebook page, 6.8 million fans. They did used to do a lot more posts. These are probably some fashion shows here. You can see the interactions very consistently growing. These are the top posts over the course of the year. We can zoom in on them. It's funny enough that it's actually it seems to be organic content, a lot of it, which is honestly pretty insane, given the fact that that's very difficult to do these days. So 6.8 million fans, 3 million interactions over the year, mostly organic. That's a pretty good skill set here. We see Twitter, of course, Twitter, not being that important these days. So let's skip it to Instagram. Instagram, 3.1 million interactions. So this is funny. If you go back, you see that they have more interactions on Instagram, which is again probably largely organic, than on Facebook. We know that Instagram followers are extremely difficult to acquire. They seem to be still acquiring quite a lot, even though it's very hard to do. We see here they've been experimenting over the year with the amount of posts they post to Instagram, and typically when they posted a little bit more, they seem to have been getting a little more engagement. Here it doesn't correlate as much. Here's some of the top content, more sort of contextual, as you can see, quite different from the Facebook. All of the top content using emojis. That's an interesting insight, definitely, to think about. YouTube being probably less important for this brand, less engagement, but a far more views. Those might be sort of paid campaigns or promotional campaigns here. Some of the video having over 1 million views here, as you can see. So this is it. Of course, we can zoom in on let's say the last 30 days and how it evolved quite recently. We can see they're very consistent with their posting strategy. This is something that's very good across the networks. You can see Instagram is perfectly consistent at 1 post a day, even growing when it comes to followers recently. If we zoom in on that page, for example, that Facebook page, and click into some of the details, we see that the geography of the fans. So largely they're Italy, Spain, Mexico, France, sort of southern locations. We can look at the overview of pretty much anything. Of course, the top content again here in a more visual form. We can look at, okay, what would our performance prediction engines say? Again, this is using just publicly available data. So we have a post 27 hours ago rated a B post, which our algorithms do recommend to promote. It's sort of at the end of its life cycle, as you can see here. So ideal time to promote it was roughly about here, or maybe just about an hour or two ago. Here we have a newly published post, real-time analytics. We're predicting it to go to 10,000 organically over the next couple hours. So it's also somewhat fun insights. We can of course go search some cool fashion trends. Maybe we just go search fashion on Facebook or on Instagram. You can see sort of what people are publishing with the most interactions in the last 7 days, giving you a nice view into, okay, what is it that people are now talking about, and then you can take action, obviously, on top of that. Thanks for watching this quick review of Desigual's social. It was a very simple dive. Of course, you can go much more deeply in any of the platforms, and talk to you next time.